Hello everyone, today's treatment is for treatment of hay fever and allergies. These are the areas we're looking to focus on. You have the liver reflexes here, the lung reflexes just above, the thymus reflexes here, you have frontal sinus at the side of the big toe, the other sinuses on the other toes. You have an area relating to the eyes here. Then on the top of the foot you have the lymphatics between each of the phalanges and the metatarsals. And you've got the trachea, the larynx, the pharynx, etc. here. And also spinal nerves relating to this whole upper body here. Right. I'm just going to use a small amount of Vaseline. You can use any sort of lubrication, but I find Vaseline to be a particularly good one. It doesn't get absorbed and it provides a nice consistent level of slide. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a 10-minute sequence on the right foot. If you just copy me, and then we can replay the video and do it on the left foot as well. So initially, just a bit of warming the foot up, bit of ankle rotation, and then a bit of mobilizing of the bones. Now, I use a lot of sliding and pressing with my thumb. It doesn't really matter what sort of technique you use, you just want to get into these areas nice and deeply. They may be a little bit sensitive on the client, but hopefully not too bad, and you just want to work within someone's pain threshold. I mean, if the areas are a little bit sensitive, you're probably in the right area. I mean, so here we go. This is the liver area. We're just going to do a bit of sliding here. You don't have to worry too much about your technique or anything like that. Just try and avoid digging your nails in. And don't worry if you're not in exactly the right place. The areas I've highlighted are a little bit bigger than they actually are, so you're going to cover them all just if you're in this sort of area. So you do a nice slidey motion. You may find little things pop under your thumb in the tissue. We call these deposits, and different parts of the foot, they feel slightly different. Sometimes it feels like a thin layer of blue tack under the skin. Other times you feel like grains of rice. You can often feel that in the toes. But we're just going to carry on here with the liver and the lung reflexes and the thymus all in this area. I hope you can see this. The other area I actually forgot to mention is a point for the adrenal glands. This helps with any inflammation just in that instep in there. There we go, not too painful, is it okay?
Lovely.
Right, we're going to move on up to the sinuses here, the frontal sinus, which is on the side of the big toe. You can either slide down with your thumb. There's a bit of popping in there I can feel. Feels a bit like grains of sand, or often another good way is just sliding your knuckle. Now this treatment can, if you're suffering from particularly severe symptoms, really bad runny nose, red eyes, then this can really help with those symptoms. And also this sort of treatment can help with the frequency and severity of your episodes. So there we go, that's the frontal sinus there. Then we're moving on to the other sinus areas on the toes. Don't forget to do the top of the toes as well. So I find the easiest way to treat the toes is put a thumb underneath, slide up with the side of my index finger. And just slowly go up. You can go up in little steps if you want, or just slide down, whatever you find easiest. Just try and make sure you cover all these areas. Now if someone suffers particularly with the sinuses, spend a bit of extra time there, or if it's their eyes that are really problematic, you can spend a bit of time there. So this is the area for the eyes. Just bend those toes back and go in there. And then we go onto the top of the foot, which is the lymphatics. You can just slide down. Probably a good idea to cut your nails beforehand, because it's easy to slide the tips of your fingers down there, and if your nails are a bit long, then they're going to dig in. So you can either slide, or you can go little steps like that. Also remember to sort of push against the bone on each side. So and you've also got the pharynx and the larynx and the trachea down here, so it's good to spend a bit of extra time between the first and second metatarsal. Now the other bit I'm going to focus on is all the spinal reflexes relating to those areas. So the way I treat them a lot is I slide the side of my thumb down the side of the bone here, so it's sort of bone on bone. And then you can also use the soft bit of your thumb as well. Going back to that area here, back into the adrenals. So I use a good firm pressure, but always work within your client's or your partner's threshold. If it's too uncomfortable, they're not going to want to have it done. So don't forget the side of the toes, can really get in there. More the eyes. I think we're nearly at about 10 minutes now. Back on the top. Hopefully you can see that just sliding down in there, sliding our little steps. go. That's about 10 minutes. So you just want to repeat this for the other foot and just try and do it as often as you can. You know, every other day, every day, whatever you've got time for. There we go. Hope you found it helpful. Thank you.